Welcome to Ruger Tech Tips. Today we're going to talk about how to disassemble, reassemble, and perform a functions check on the Ruger Max-9. This is specifically for the Max-9 models, which have the loaded chamber indicator on top. They also have a magazine disconnect safety inside. And because of that, there's some slight differences between this and the standard model, and we'll talk about those differences. Before I begin disassembly, notice I have no ammunition on the table, no ammunition in the magazine. I have my safety glasses. I'm ready to begin. So, first thing is, in order to disassemble, we want to first clear the pistol. So I'm going to visually and physically inspect the chamber, inspect the magazine well. The pistol is empty. I'm going to close the slide, and I have to remove the takedown pin. So to do that, I'm going to open this takedown pin cover by pushing that down. I have to cock the slide about 1/16 of an inch in order to get this pin to line up with the cutout in the slide. And I'm going to just push it out from the other side using this paper clip. And so now the pin is out. Now in order to get the slide off, we have to pull the trigger. And because of the magazine disconnect safety, we have to install an unloaded magazine. So again, making doubly certain that this is unloaded, that there's no ammunition, I'm going to install this magazine, point the pistol in a safe direction, and pull the trigger. So now in order to get the slide off, you can see it comes part way off, but in order to remove the slide, I now have to remove this empty magazine, and the slide will come off of the frame. To complete the disassembly, really just one more step. We have to remove the recoil spring. To do that, I'm going to just put a little bit of pressure on the back here to compress that spring. It is a captured spring, so it won't expand on you. We're going to set that aside and just lift out the barrel. Now that completes the disassembly. For cleaning, lubrication, and inspection, check out the Ruger Max-9 Tech Tip. Let's go ahead and reassemble the pistol. We just reverse the order. So picking up the slide, I'm going to install the barrel with the lugs facing up. I'll do that muzzle end first and kind of push it back into the slide. Same thing, I'm going to grab the recoil spring. I'm going to do that muzzle end first into this little recess here in the slide. And then I'm going to compress the back just so it will sit on that little shelf in the barrel lug, and it will just kind of rest right there and hold itself in place. Slide that back onto the frame on the rails, and we'll need to reinstall that pin. So in order to reinstall it, again, I have to cock this back about 1/16 of an inch to get those to line up, and then I can close this cover, and our reassembly is now complete. Once we've reassembled it, we want to do a functions check just to make sure we did everything right. So the first thing I need to do is cock the striker. So to do that, I'm going to pull all the way back on the slide and let that go forward. Striker is now cocked. I'm going to put it on safe in order to check the safety. We will install an empty magazine again, making sure it's empty. And pointing in a safe direction, I'll pull the trigger to check the safety. Trigger moves a little bit, but there's no click. The gun doesn't fire. That's correct. Next thing I want to do is check the magazine disconnect. So I'm going to put the safety down onto the fire position. I'm going to remove the magazine. And we're going to, again, point in a safe direction and pull the trigger. Because there's no magazine installed, nothing happens, so we know that the magazine disconnect safety is working properly. Finally, we will reinstall the empty magazine with the pistol on fire. We'll pull the trigger. We hear a click, so we know that the fire controls are working properly. That completes the functions check for the Ruger Max-9 pistol. And thank you for watching our tech tip.